Hey everybody, welcome to Friday Trap. I'm Brad Ellis. I'm joined by Michael Hubert today.
Yo.
My co-host Michael Damiani is feeling a little under the weather, so we're going to film without him. Yeah,
it's going around.
This is
all
the
holiday.
The second one. Oh yeah,
I was out the last one.
Under the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just out of control.
Yeah. The second time we're doing two people, but I'm cool with that. It happens. But
two on two.
2 on 2? I don't remember what that's from.
Resident Evil 5, dude. Wesker.
Bro, I'm not going to fucking remember it. I haven't played Resident Evil 5 all the way through in so long. There's no way I'm going to remember that. We also maybe have Dawn in the booth. I'm not sure. He's around.
Hello.
There he is.
Oh, I didn't switch the camera up, but
lurking about.
Imagine me pointing right at him.
Yeah, Dawn's here in spirit.
Yep.
We won't bother him too much, though.
Gracias.
He's got work to do, but we'll check in with him every now and then, see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Bueno.
It's 2023. It is time for the new year. We made it. We're alive.
Yeah, we
Feels
made
good.
it. It does. We made it.
Got a lot of great games coming out this year.
Oh,
a lot.
Oh, baby.
2023 is looking juicy,
Wesker.
stacked.
Wesker.
Yeah, Wesker.
He's coming.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake. Probably be around. I asked some of our patrons some of their gaming resolutions for 2023. Because I always think these are fun.
Yeah.
I want to know what people are on. I have my own.
Oh.
I'll tell you mine, then I want to see if you have one and Dawn.
Chill.
So my resolution this year's, which I've started, Huber, is I want to get through Dragon Quest VII.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Or I want to finish Lost Odyssey, which has been on my backlog forever.
Same. I bought it at launch. Still haven't beat it.
Damn. I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I need to play those.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything off the top of your head? I know I'm pouncing this on you.
Resolutions?
Gaming resolutions.
Play more JRPGs.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You've been really slacking on that front,
Play
dude.
more.
I mean, you've been playing a lot of
math.
Dragon Quest VIII right now.
A lot of Dragon Quest VIII. I just do the math. 10 good games or 1 good game. What are you going to do?
You play the better game. Better
what
than
if
all
the
of them.
10 games are as good as the 1?
They're not. They're not.
Sometimes they are.
No. Dawn, do you have any gaming resolutions? Anything?
Yes.
Yes.
This year.
You want PB more?
No, not to PBs. I'm only going to be gaming in 4K. Only 4K from here on.
So you're never going to play another Nintendo game?
Well, we'll see what happens.
Unless
Brad.
you're
Never
emulating.
know.
Naughty.
Never know. Nintendo may have some announcements coming up soon.
Yeah. Wait, did you get like a new TV or something?
No, actually, my TV was ruined by a evil repairman before the holidays. Thanks for bringing that up, Brad. I'd almost forgotten.
I didn't know about this.
It's a great story, dude.
Evil repairman?
Yeah, it's going to be
Is it the talisman striking back, Dawn?
Well,
I don't know.
I can't say too much. I'm involved in some litigation with this, so I don't want to say too much out of court yet. You know what I mean?
That's a cool resolution, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Is Ilo next to you?
Yes.
Can you ask her what her gaming resolution is for this year?
Okay.
If any.
Let me find out. I was going to play less.
Oh, that's right, on the right track already. All right, let's get into... John, you're free for a little bit, so go ahead.
Gracias.
All right, let's get into some of the patrons' resolutions. This is from Toad Shadow.
Toad Shadow.
My gaming resolution for 2023 is to finally start and finish Dragon Quest XI. I've started on PS4, Switch, and PC, but never gotten past the 10 to 12 hour point. I couldn't stand the mini tracks on the PS4 version, and the Switch version was a bit too switchy for my taste. But I'm finally going to do it this year on PC.
Nice.
I played Dragon Quest VII on 3DS a while back and loved it to bits. I just need to commit to 11 this year, and I know I'll love it as well. Happy New Year, allies, and hope it's a good one.
Yeah, I was looking into that recently because the Definitive Edition came out on every console.
Yeah,
and it has that legit soundtrack.
Yeah, S.
That symphony.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, new content in it.
Yeah.
All that stuff. This is from Chris Fulwell. Happy New Year, allies. My 2023 resolution for gaming is to play more games than I wouldn't normally pick up. I'm going to scour through Game Pass and PS Plus and give more games a shot. I played a few games in 2022 that I would never have picked up myself because of recommendations, so I want to continue this. I also want to play more co-op games as my boyfriend is getting more and more into gaming. The more time he spends with me, the influences working people. Any recommendations on great co-op games on Switch, PS5, or Xbox Series X? Please let me know.
Co-op games.
Yeah, this is kind of your favorite. So, Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
is a really good recent one.
Shredder's
if you want beat 'em
Revenge.
ups. Same with Streets of Rage 4 if you beat 'em up.
The Cowabunga Collection.
Cowabunga Collection.
River City Girls.
River City Girls. All those beat 'em ups are good. Beat 'em ups are really good for co-op.
Really good.
And
There's this game I always wanted to play called Outward. I can't speak to its quality, but I've heard nothing but good things. It's
Outward.
cult classic. Reviews were a little sketchy when it first came out because of technical problems, but they came out with a definitive edition like a year or so later. Dude, this shit is split screen. Like Fellowship energy. Both of you just go out into the wilderness, like fantasy game. Fighting, crafting, looting, whatever. It looks cool.
all that good stuff.
Always wanted to play it with Damiani, but just never got around to it.
I guess it really depends if you are doing split screen or like you're on separate TVs or something.
Gears of War, I always say. Resident Evil.
Like Diablo 3 is good for split screen or like couch co-op.
Diablo.
That's a really good one. It's
Really
probably
good
pretty
one.
cheap now, especially with 4 coming up.
Isla and I really like We Were Here Together. That
There you go.
series. Good puzzles.
Yeah.
Co-op puzzles.
And depending on your relationship, maybe Overcooked.
Overcooked.
Get dicey in that kitchen, so
Yeah.
be careful. You never
What was the
know.
one we just played with the
I
spaceship?
forgot what it was called.
That one was sick.
Yeah, Where's Blood?
Yeah.
There's a lot of great games out there for co-op, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't play these games, but I know people like the Borderlands games. Like, for co-op and stuff, I always heard those are really good for that. So maybe check that out.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff out there.
Heck yeah.
Resident Evil 5, which we said earlier. Mm-hmm. Then you can do 6. Just you gotta have a different mindset when you play that game. Don't look at it as a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Look at it as an action game, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then you'll have maybe more fun. You will have more fun, I think.
Simmons.
Terrible villain. Okay.
It sucks because every time I play Resident Evil 2 and 3 now, I can't not think of Simmons, dude. Fucking Simmons.
Yeah, it sucks. It's just the way it is, man.
Yeah.
Sad times. That was in the dark age of like Capcom.
Yeah. No, I've learned to appreciate 6 because from the ashes we rose.
Phoenix was born. Yeah,
Yes.
that was RE7.
Yeah. We needed 6.
Yeah, to let them know, like, no.
Yeah.
Stop this.
We really needed
Cease
it.
this nonsense.
6 is the most important entry in the entire franchise. I'm just kidding.
It is important.
It's very important.
I can see that. Yeah. Of all time. Clip that, save that clip. All right, this is from Brandon Zalazar. My New Year's resolution is to stop revisiting comfort games like The Last of Us, my 15th playthrough of Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, and Assassin's Creed 2. My current mid-game backlog consists of finishing God of War 3, Shadow of the Colossus, and Signalis. So many games and so little attention span. Love, respect, allies. I feel like you can relate to that probably pretty
Oh my
good.
God, yeah. Dude, I love replaying my comfort games. Never
Nothing wrong with
apologize
that.
for it.
Yeah, don't. Even if you just got to play what you feel like.
Even if you miss some new ones.
Yeah.
Dude, my Red Dead 2 playthrough this year is like my favorite in 5 years of any game I've played. I'm not even kidding.
And it's not like those games will go away probably, unless it's like a live service game, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, you miss out on the season or whatever, but yeah, it sounds like you got figured out, Brandon.
Yeah.
Do your thing. And
Get comfy.
Yeah. And this last one is from Andrew Neven. My gaming New Year's resolution is to actually go back on schedule with Ring Fit Adventure.
Nice.
I set up a smaller TV and Switch dock for it in my room, but I've just been too busy finishing my computer science and Japanese majors that I haven't felt like I had time. However, I'm taking a stand. This time, at least, I'll make it to February. Didn't you guys ever end up sticking to one of these kinds of fitness apps for more than a month at a time? Thank you for reading and bringing the wonderful people you are. Love and respect. Happy New Year 2023. No. I don't use like an app. So years ago, I had like a diet app where I would like count calories, and I did that for like 4 months.
Sick.
But that was about it.
Yeah.
But like workout video stuff, no.
Oh shit, I did P90 back in the day for a
yeah,
bit.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That's about it though.
Yeah. It's tough, but it's just about consistency. So I was just like, fuck, I don't want to do this, but You gotta do it.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
And it's hard. It's totally hard to get the will to do it often. Woo!
The will.
The will. The greater will.
Yeah.
Huber.
Yo.
I'm curious to get your thoughts about this game. I reviewed this first when it came out. And you had waited a long time to play some of it. I don't think you're finished with it yet, but you probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
No.
You told this game to me, though, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be too surprising. It'll come to you when I say it, I hope.
Okay.
That is Tunic.
Oh, dude, I true ending that shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about Tunic, man.
Tunic.
A very, like, Zelda-inspired game.
Yeah.
Old school Zelda.
Yeah. I really like Tunic. First up, I really like it a lot. This is a very cozy game that demands a high gamer IQ.
Yes.
This game, you need to be a gamer to figure out what to do in this game. It's not like the most complicated game ever made, but it's very much like if you don't play video games, you're just like not gonna know what the fuck to do this game.
Yeah, it could be hard, I guess, to like recommend it to someone who doesn't play games like this for the first time.
Yeah.
Especially without a guide.
Yeah. It can be really tricky. Thankfully, a lot of the main game wasn't too tough to figure things out. But it's still, it still had a nice level of challenge. The combat's pretty chill. There were a couple difficulty spikes with bosses, Think of like Zelda, where you're going around this open world and then you're going into...
yeah, I would say the spikes from the bosses.
Yeah, you're going into new locations, getting
zones,
new items, taking those to other zones.
to other spots.
Yeah. The classics, too. You're getting like a grappling hook and a torch. And,
Is there a boomerang or is there a bow? I can't remember.
No, but there was a wand that shoots
That's right.
fire.
Yeah, the fire rod thing. Yeah. That's very Link to the Past.
But yeah, this finally came out to PlayStation. And that's when I played it. And something that's been happening kind of recently with some games, and it happened with Tunic, where the first like 2 hours, I just like wasn't feeling it at all.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I was like really hyped. Like I've been waiting to play Tunic all year. Like I was waiting. I was hyped. There were a couple nights where I was like, fuck, all I want to do is play Tunic tonight.
Right.
But like I was doing other stuff. So yeah, I finally get it. And maybe just because of that hype and expectations, but like the first couple hours were just like super slow. Couldn't get into it.
Did you get lost?
Got lost like immediately and put it down for like a week and a half. And then I was like, dude, fine. I got to get back to this. Finally got back to it. And then it
all
just
clicked for you.
Settled
Yeah.
into this. Like the exploration is so rewarding. The new zones, like everything just kind of starts, the layers start coming back. And I think kind of the linchpin of this game is the instruction booklet.
Yeah, this was the coolest part of the game to me.
Yeah, there is, basically it serves as your map and your guide and you have this instruction booklet. Think of like an old NES
manual.
I thought of like the Super Mario Brothers 3 NES manual.
You didn't think of Zelda?
No. I think of Mario, bro.
All right.
Sorry, Link.
I mean, it makes more sense to be Zelda. Maybe you didn't have Zelda 1 though, did you?
No. Well, I did not have. No, that was Neighbor Kids. I think of the Super Mario Brothers 3 instruction manual, Brad, because I used to just read that thing every day. Every day, little yellow book.
Got it.
Just that's why it came to mind. But you pick up pieces of this instruction manual throughout the world, and it fills it in. And I mean, it's really important stuff. It'll give you tips. That's where the gamer IQ comes in.
Yes.
Because tips are just kind of like scribbled on this thing that you don't even realize, really.
It's like in a different language too, a lot of it, isn't it?
Yes. So much of the game is in a different language because you're this outsider into this world. You're this fox character.
Yeah.
I will say, though, okay, so I beat the game. Ending was pretty intense, but then it's like, yo, game over. You didn't do it right. Get that true ending, and I can't let that lie.
Sure.
So I go for the true ending. I wander around for a little bit. I'm like, what are you even smoking here, game? What are you on? You have to collect every single page of that instruction manual, which I was really close to. I was only missing like
same.
5 or 6 pages. But then, dude, on the instruction manual, there's like cryptic codes and like paths, dude, like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade shit. Getting this book out, Penitent Man Must Pass, you know, going up to random doors in the world, entering 20 sequence codes, like left, up, down, up, left, up, right, up, down. Like, I would have never figured that out. I don't know anyone. If you got the true ending on Tunic without looking up one single hint, shout out to you. So yeah, the true ending, not as strong as Death's Door. I liked Death's Door going for that true ending more. Tunic kind of dragged at the end there, and I thought the true ending was just kind of like troublesome and kind of left a little sour taste.
I couldn't figure it out when I was reviewing it. Because, I mean, I didn't have anyone to talk to about it or anything.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And I was on a time limit, too. So I was just like, well, I can't figure this out. It's like, whatever.
Yeah,
but,
you beat it.
Yeah, I beat it. Yeah, and it's just like, I tried to figure it out, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, now, like, you can, like, look it up, I guess, or whatever.
And it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Blood was really hyping it up to me. But hearing you talk about it now is interesting.
That's funny because Blood and I have 2 extremely different brains where I'm easily confused and Bloodworth loves that like old school NES write down shit in your instruction manual vibe. You know, that's like right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did that when I played.
I'm coming off pretty harsh. I really appreciate it. You know, I was in awe of it. I was like, dude, this is really awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like, how could anyone hope to figure that out? How could, like, 2% of players? Like,
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
So let me know if you got it, honestly, because if you did, that's mind-blowing to me. Like, I would rather stare down Ishin Sword Saint.
Yeah, tough boss.
Because he's just right in front of my face.
Not you, like, spinning your wheels, just being like, what do I do?
Yeah, where do I go? You have no leads, you know? Exhausting your leads, Brad, in a game.
Yeah.
Because I always like, you know, mental check notes, survival horror, dude, putting the
definitely.
leads. It's like, okay, maybe I can try there. No. Okay, well, what about that place? That was something. No. So. But yeah, cool game, really cool game. I don't know where it falls for my like end of the year rankings. But I did.
I liked it a lot.
I really liked it,
but
and
it's
I had
like,
some really good sessions with it.
It's not like a GOTY game for me. Yeah. But I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about the music.
This year has been so stacked with music. Someone in chat, when I was talking about music a while back, said they really liked Tunic's music. And I was like, okay, sweet. And there were a couple good songs, but nothing stood out to me like a bunch of other games this year. Bunch of other games.
Yeah, I think of like a few songs in my head that are really cool.
Yeah, there was some good music.
But I'd have to like go through the catalog of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool, really cool soundtrack. I think this game does a really good job of like painting its vibe or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Of this like, it is like a cozy kind of game. Like there's obviously like darker parts and stuff like that. Not necessarily narrative, but like location and all that stuff, like dark areas. But it's pretty chill, pretty relaxing game.
It is a relaxing game.
Yeah.
But it is pretty sad. There's like a sadness to it.
Yeah, of course.
As well, which I always appreciate.
Yeah, there's always like that melancholy aspect of it.
Yeah.
I liked the shopkeeper in it.
Yes.
It's like this huge fucking face
yes.
thing. Yeah.
I thought the economy was okay. You needed money the entire game, which I appreciated because it was actually, dude, shout out to the economy actually. The money was really good. The items, like the bombs and stuff, were like kind of useful, but I didn't really need to spend that much. But then getting those level up items, you had to pay.
Oh, right.
You had to pay big money.
Yeah, that's
right. And then
right.
also endgame shit, you didn't really need them, but they were there to still get were the coins. You could throw coins down a well and get different prizes.
That's right.
And those were like 1,000 gold a piece.
Yeah, I got to pay up, got to grind.
So I was like,
okay,
okay, dude,
cash.
here I am at the very end of this game, and I still need money. Like, that's all you can hope for in a game.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool game. Definitely worth checking out. It was on Game Pass.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is anymore.
I think it's 25 on PlayStation I spent.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it for sure. Especially if you like
Definitely.
games like that. If you like adventure games like the older Zelda games. No question, you should check it out.
I hate comparing sometimes, and I hate this, but I just really like Death's Door, dude. Like Death's Door, I vibed so much harder
Me too.
on.
I like
way harder.
I personally like Death's Door more.
Yeah.
That was more of a game like that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But Tunic is it's a different type of game, but
Sure.
both
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Similar
good.
but different, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tunic is much more puzzle oriented, it felt like.
Sure. That's probably why I like Death's Door.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Death's Door was more action focused, I would
Yeah.
say. And combat focused.
Yeah.
Reptile Scorpion wrote in, "Hello, allies, and Happy New Year. I found Tunic to be a cute little Zelda-style game, but was constantly reminded more so of Fez. The obtuse puzzles and general vibe took me way back to 2012, so much that I reinstalled Fez on my PS4 and had an even better time running through it again. Have you ever had this happen to you? Where a game reminded you of a different one so much that you just had to go back and play that one instead?"
Every single time I play a survival horror game,
play
I
Resident
think
Evil.
about Resident Evil. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
crazy.
fair.
Not that I'm like, yo, this is worse than Resident Evil, but just because it's like, yo, I'm playing survival horror, I'm in the mood, I'm getting the vibes, I'm, managing my ammo, thinking about Resident Evil. But I'm always thinking about Resident Evil. So.
Yeah, it's your favorite thing ever, so
Yeah.
it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know off the top of my head if I played something and was like, nah.
You just went back to Dragon Quest VII.
Yeah, but I didn't stop playing something for that.
Got it. Oh, I got one right now.
Oh,
I stopped playing
The Witcher.
The Witcher 3
Right.
because of bugs and shit, but then it got me craving adventure, so I started Dragon Quest VIII.
Yeah, and it was Christmas time, and that's
Christmas holiday
that's Dragon Quest time. Yeah,
It is.
Cozy time.
It is.
Yeah.
Merry
Coziest
Christmas
game
with Dragon
on the
Quest.
planet.
Yep.
Speaking of, I guess it's not cozy, but of RPG, it's kind of cozy. I've been playing Chained Echoes, or I finished it.
Hell yeah.
So this is a RPG definitely inspired by Super Nintendo era of games like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI and that
It
kind of
looks
stuff.
so
Much more Chrono
sick,
Trigger.
Brad.
It's very good. Very good. It came out last month, so a lot of people ignored it for GOTY stuff,
Yeah.
which we talked about.
Where you at, Goaties? Where you at?
Yeah.
Finishing early, sleeping on the finish line.
All of December.
What Brad is about to tell us is that this game is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a GOTY contender for me. Definitely.
That's why you wait for Goaties.
Yeah, I really wish more outlets did that.
What are you
I don't
doing?
know why
What are
they
you doing?
don't.
This game came out December 22nd, 2022.
Yeah.
Something like that. December something.
I don't know. I mean, we're not a big company, or we're a company. We have employees, but it's not we're a huge fucking building with 30, 40 people, So I don't know what it's like at other places. But I do wish more places would wait until the end of the year.
Same, dude.
Until you're in January, or it's there's nothing coming out.
I agree.
Because
there's no way they're going to remember.
yeah, and it feels like December
This
just
game.
gets erased from everyone's memory for games.
Yep.
And it's a shame. Because this game's really good.
Tell us about it.
Really good. So Chained Echoes is, like I said, very Chrono Trigger inspired. You go on a map, you walk around, there's no random encounters. You can see enemies on the map. You got party members with you. You usually have 4 at a time. But what's cool about this game is, Huber, so you have 4 party members on the field at once.
Yeah.
But you have more than 4 party members through your group. But
Okay.
you could switch them in mid-combat.
Okay.
Anytime it's your turn. So
Nice. 11.
you have your list of characters. There's 4. Your 4 main ones
Yeah.
you're gonna have out. Then you could slot other characters in with them to swap them out with
Got
each
it.
other.
Got it.
So you're okay.
How many total party members are we talking here, Brad?
There's
Less than 10?
more
than
there's
10.
probably maybe 10. I can't think off the top of my head.
But a lot.
Yeah, they're more than 8.
Do they get XP if they're on the bench?
Yes. So XP works different in this game, but hold on. Let me say there's like 10 party members like that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I just lost my thought. Whatever I was going to say. Whatever.
Swap them in, fighting, combat.
Yes. I lost it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. Maybe it'll come back. But you said the XP thing, so there's no, like... You don't fight a guy and get, like, 30 XP. It's not like that. You get these things, like... You have a skill tree. Or not a skill tree. You have, like, moves. So when you start the game, you have, like, 3 categories you can pick from. You got, like, abilities you can learn for your character. Like, actual combat abilities, like... This, like, strike... You get, like, a bleed attack or something with one of the characters, okay?
Perfect.
Then the next tree is passives. So it's like, hey, your attack goes up by 10% or whatever, okay? And the third tree is just stat increase, like +5 health.
Nice.
Plus 10
so
stuff
skills,
like that.
passives, and
So
stats.
you go through that kind of thing. You pick, or you put points in those 3 trees. Then eventually, when you get enough points, it'll unlock another tree below that with newer things to go through.
Nice.
But let me go back real quick. So, like I said, the passive, you can get these passives. They're good, but you can only equip a certain amount on your character. You have slots for these passives.
I like
you get
that.
the slot, you get equip it on there, and when you kill guys, you get SP, which will level that up on its own if you have it
That
equipped.
skill.
Yeah, it's skill points. And you also build up skill points on your character itself. So like you could... So you'll kill a guy, you'll level up your abilities that you have equipped, then there'll be the number next to your character that you can build up and you can spend on anything you want.
Perfect.
So that's how it goes, but it's not like, yo, you leveled up and you're level 5 now.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Got it.
You mostly level through doing story events. You'll go through a thing, do a big story event, you'll get a point you can spend on something like that.
Nice.
But when you get these points, you spend points on something, it'll sometimes just give you other stat increases as well.
Nice.
So you get...
Sounds addicting.
It's addicting. It's very addicting.
Yeah, sounds very addicting.
So the main character you play as is this guy named Glenn, okay? So he's kind of like early on the tank kind of character. He does really good damage. My late game. Huge damage from this guy. Kind of warrior archetype, super fun. There's definitely Chrono Trigger moves. Like there's the Cyclone move that you get like way later on. I was like, oh, this is all Chrono Trigger shit. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
But the story of this game is surprisingly good.
Nice.
Where I was like, whoa, this is going more places than I thought it would. Cool. Much more drama than I thought it would. Much more depth to these kind of characters.
Great.
Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to spoil any of that stuff. But there was definitely moments where I was surprised and like invested in these character stories.
Wow.
Also.
Yeah, because sometimes with like these indie JRPGs that are like that harken back to the glory days, Chrono Trigger or whatever. Sometimes the biggest thing that's lacking is the story. They get all the systems perfectly. They get the animation, the sprites. Everything looks so good. It's so fun to play. And then the story is just like super basic, whatever.
It's not basic. It's very thought out. There's a lot going on. But it's not like so much going on where I was like lost ever.
Nice.
But there's just a lot of depth to the overarching story and like a lot of these characters' motivations and like why they're kind of here. Doing what they're doing. Like, they think about that stuff. Even for the characters. So there's characters you can recruit for the game that are not mandatory.
Love that.
Optional characters. There's there's one of the earlier ones you get is a guy who's like a goat, He's a goat. He had lost a lot of his memory.
Whoa.
But he has this thing early on. You have like no skills with him. You have one skill and it's, depending on the enemy, you can get a chance to learn a skill from them by...
Love that.
If you kill them with this attack, there's a chance you can learn their skill. It's like a blue mage from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You get these skill attacks.
Getting that last hit.
But what I liked about it is you have like an index showing you all the enemies, and they would tell me which ones I could use or I could fight to get these skills. So it wasn't like just trying it on everyone. I was like, okay, this guy I can specifically get this kind of thing and learn from them. But there's some cool characters I don't really want to talk about.
Yeah.
There's also one of the big things. Let me just talk about combat mechanics, actually, before I get into the next thing. So the whole game is turn-based, obviously. It's like, whoever has higher agility goes first. Like, I had a really high character agility. Her name's Sienna. She's like a katana and bleeds and cool stuff. Debuffs are really good in this game.
Sick.
Like,
FF12.
like a lot of games where you do debuffs on bosses and it just wouldn't do anything?
Yeah.
It works on everything. Like, all that stuff matters. Like, defense down.
Yeah.
Like bleeding them, poisoning them, all that kind of stuff. It matters.
That's my
so it's like
favorite
cool.
shit. That's my favorite shit.
So it's super important, but it's turn-based. But the main one thing this game has is like the overdrive gauge. So anytime you do a move, you have a gauge at the top of the corner or the top of the screen. Every move you do will move the overdrive gauge. And so there's like there's color scheme. So there's like a neutral one, then there's green, which is where you want to be. If you're in the green area on the gauge, you'll do more damage and take less damage.
Sick.
But there's red also, and if you get too far into the red, you will take more damage and stuff like that. So you want to stay out of that. So how you can do that is by, you know, defending to not like move your gauge up or stuff like that. But there's also a thing at the top letting you know if you use these certain types of moves, it'll put the gauge back. So it's all color coordinated too. So it's like you got these moves, like they're all divided up in like what kind of move they are. Like buffs are like a yellow, like downward thing, almost like that. And some attacks are like a red symbol. Yeah. So you could see them at top, so you know what they could do. So you can do a lot of damage, but then if you're getting close to the red gauge, you're gonna be like, well, I don't want to get in the red gauge because I'll take more damage. So I have to do this type of move to move the gauge back, kind of thing.
Cool. That seems interesting.
So it's like, yeah, you want to do the most powerful stuff, but also you want to be thinking about what you're doing at points and just be like, okay, I need to get it back a little bit. You can risk it if you want to, like, just burn someone down really quick if you want, but you're also like, I'm going to take it back. And the symbols change after like a certain amount of turns, like 4 turns it'll change. So
sick.
And what's cool about it is, if you have a character and you're like at the end at the limit, you're like, shit, I don't have the right type of move for this character to move that down. There's items you can use to help that, or you could swap in a party member that maybe has that.
Nice.
So you want to think about that with your lineup.
That's a lot of
too.
strategy. That's cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of strategy. Also, the big hook about this game is there's mechs in this game.
Damn.
You have like mobile suits kind of thing. Yeah. So you're in combat with your normal guys outside of the thing. You get these later on in the game, so it like eases you into it more. Then you get these mobile suits eventually, which is cool because, Mike, you go to these zones early on in the game.
Exploration.
And you're like, figuring out how to get to stuff. Like, what do I do? How do I get this? Which is cool. There's like hidden paths you can find and stuff like that. But later on, when you get mechs, you can come back to these and just fly through them. Sick. And just like easily get to spots easier.
Yeah.
But so you have these mobile suits also that all have their different weapons also and like sub weapons that you have. So you got your 4 mobile suits with you the whole time. There's only 4. You can't swap out different mobile suits at different party members. It's not like your normal party. You have these 4 mobile suits and that's it.
Got it.
Kind of thing like that. But you could change their weapons and their loadouts and all that kind of stuff. So you're like, I'm going to get this mobile suit a great sword to do like higher damage, but I'm going to give this one a like hammer and shield because they can do defense break on the guys.
Sick.
So you got stuff like that to swap in and out. But with these weapons, they also level up too. So you see a tree, if you're leveling up your skills or your weapons on your mobile suit, they'll get like plus 100 health once you like get to a level with that. Yeah. A new skill here, more stats here. And you max out the weapon, great, but when you max out a weapon, you keep the stats you've unlocked with it.
Nice.
So you're encouraged to level up stuff all the way, then swap to a new weapon.
You listening, Jones?
Yeah. So it's like encouraging you to do that. Like, there's difficulties, so you don't have to do it, I guess, on the higher or the lower ones if you want. But it's like, I was like doing, let's get this. I want to get to see stats go up.
Heck yeah.
All that good stuff. Really fun. But there's also an overdrive gauge with the mobile suits, okay? So you have that, but you have different gears with the mobile suit. You like shift gears almost.
What?
So you have gear 1, which you usually start in, and there's 2, then 0. So you start in 1, you do attacks, it'll go to the right. The meter will go to the right like the normal gauge does.
Get up to 2.
You go to 2, damage. It goes further right, you do more damage. I think you take a little more damage too. And your mana goes down. But if it goes too far, you go to gear 0. Okay? So gear 0.
Lose a turn.
It'll go... I'm sorry. Let me go back. Level 1 goes one way, goes right. Level 2 goes left.
Got it.
Okay? Sorry, that's how it goes. Then 0, you go to 0 when you're out of like mana or TP. You go to 0, you can only defend or use items, but it'll regen your mana.
Got it.
And stuff like that. So you're going to be like, okay, now I got to go to this gear. I'm out of mana. I'm going to go to gear 0 and just go to defend or whatever.
Can you swap the mechs out?
No, there's different mechs you can equip, like with different stats.
Got it.
But not like, it's not like when you're in normal combat where you have 4 people and you can swap it in a completely different person. It's not like that. You have these 4 mechs, and only these mechs in combat.
Got it.
But it's like, I want this mech that's like better at defense or something like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of pick like that, but it's not too much like that.
How's the economy?
Pretty good. So one of my complaints about the game is there's like a lot of going on with your weapons. So there's quite a few weapons you find out throughout the game. You know, you find a sword, okay? You can upgrade your sword at like a blacksmith 2 levels. So you can like do it 2, strength goes up, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But there's also like gem slots, okay?
Nice.
So this is where it gets like a little more. You have gems, but there's a lot of gems you find throughout the world. There's like resources you just find throughout the world, like crystals, they give you them.
Team Ninja
You can combine these gems to make
loot?
stronger. There's not a lot of loot when you like kill guys. You know, they'll drop.
But
some
these gems
items.
are popping.
Yeah, because there's like crystals out in the world that you can just go up to and get them from. That's where you get them from mostly. But you combine these crystals to make, you know, better ones. So there's like attack crystal. You know, if you get level 1 crystals, you can like combine to make level 3. And when you get level 3, your damage goes up by like 5%. Then if you get more, if you combine more into other ones, you can get to like you can get to max level 10. So it'll go up by 30. But it's like, hey, some of these gems you can only use a certain amount of times. You combine them, or some of them you just can't combine at all. So you got to be careful about what you're putting together.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but there's a lot of weapons in the game you can get pretty often. So I was swapping gems in and out kind of a lot, especially like later on in the game when you have like a lot more party members, a lot more weapons to think about, a lot more. So I was like going through, I'm like, okay, I got to take this gem out, then I got to put it in this guy, then I got to go this guy, and then do that again.
I like that.
So I do like 8 times. Like it's fine, but there's just a lot to it. And I think it could be maybe a little overcomplicated than it doesn't need to be. It's cool because there's a lot of options, which I love. And I was talking to you about this with Chrono Trigger earlier today. Is the simplicity of some things makes it good. And you can like you don't have to do this on the easier difficulty probably, but if you're on like normal and hard, you're gonna be thinking about this. Yeah. And it can kind of like feel overwhelming at first, but you just take a second to figure it out. I think it could be like maybe a little. I think people will sleep on it at parts earlier on when you shouldn't.
The gems.
Yeah, later on it gets like much more important, I feel like. But I feel like at that point you'll figure it out. Like I figured it out. Like most people figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Need those stat points.
Also in the world there's like you have like a board here. So if I was playing on PlayStation, you push L2, you have like this board and it have like objectives on it.
Oh, I thought you said boar.
No, not a boar. Not a boar. There's boars in the game that you can fight. But there's objectives on the board. So it's like for each zone too. And all this board's connecting, dude. So the board will be like, hey, if you find 3 treasure chests in this area, you'll get some gold and some like SP.
So much dopamine
so you
in this
do
game.
That,
Holy
you do that.
shit.
You unlock that, Huber.
Holy shit.
And if you get a chain of them all, if they connect, it builds up a chain.
Grid sphere.
Kind of. They connect. So it's like you got 13 things connecting, okay? And it's not like you get them connecting, they go away. No, it just builds up the whole time. Yeah. And as you build up this chain of them connecting, you get rewards separately from that. So it's like, yo, you connect 20 things, you get a reward here.
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, it's a lot you can do. Like,
wow.
Really cool towns, really good towns, man. You would really like these towns.
This game's got it all. It's got story,
That's
combat,
what I'm saying. It's like
towns.
Very surprising how much is going on in this game. There's so much to it. There's cool world map, dude. Cool side quests to like learn more about these characters. A lot of optional stuff. You know, all those ultimate weapons to get. Really cool characters. Really weird characters. Like one of the earlier ones you get is like this lizard dude. He's got like metal limbs and stuff. And he has like magic and stuff. Yeah. Really cool cast. Really cool cast characters. I really highly recommend this game. Cool boss fights. Some like mechanics. Early on here, where there's like a fight where you're on like a minecart going through an area.
I think I saw that somewhere.
You might have. So you're on this cart.
Yeah.
You're fighting this thing, and also you have to hit a switch on the minecart to avoid going off the rails.
Temple of Doom, dude. Yeah. Yes.
So you're like, okay, I gotta hit the switch for this turn, and you can like look at your map to see a route to go to. So you're like thinking about that while you're fighting this boss.
Nice.
Little things like that, but it never gets like too crazy.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to beat this kind of guy.
Yeah.
Thing like that, where it's just like, well, let me adjust my strategy kind of thing.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. It's really good. Really good. I highly recommend this game. It's one of my favorites of this year. I finished it like 30-something hours. I did like... Bad. I did every side quest, I think, but I didn't get all of like the best weapons or stuff like that. Or I think there might have been some super bosses I didn't get to yet.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Super great. I was invested in the story the whole way through. Really great towns, man. All felt really different.
High praise.
Great exploration. Good music too.
Total package.
A total sleeper that I did not foresee it being this good. I was
Total
like, wow,
package.
it's super good. Yeah. I
Most
highly
people who
recommend
did goatees didn't foresee it either.
No, most people didn't. Tim O'Keefe wrote in and said, Happy New Year, allies. I have 2 questions related to Chained Echoes. I found the overdrive system really great for making the player change up their strategy and switch characters more. The Sky Armor added, that's your mechs, added further complexity to that with the different level. How do you feel about the turn-based combat, and is it something you'd like to see tweaked in more games? My only real criticism of the game is the upgrade/crystal system. I feel like that could have been streamlined a lot more between combining and adding, switching it to new gear. You get regularly. I just gave up on the crystals I just gave up towards the crystals. Do you have any strong feelings about the crystals? That's what I said. I feel like it's just maybe a little too much management at times.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, I want to be good kind of thing like that.
Refine that, though, for the sequel.
Yeah, definitely refine it a little. But yeah, I agree with you, Tim, pretty much on everything. I like the overdrive system a lot. I thought it was a cool extra layer of strategy to the combat, something I just had to think about more that made it feel a little different. Like I'm totally cool with just basic turn-based strategies. Totally fine with that. Like it. Great stuff. But this just tried something different, and I think it worked. Connor Reese wrote in also. Hello, panel. Happy New Year. What do you think of the overdrive system in Chained Echoes? While I'm loving my time with the game, and I'm still pretty early on, the overdrive system bothers me a bit. I feel great once I'm in overdrive, but then when I'm hit with the red zone, it just becomes a hindrance, and I struggle to get back in the green while trying to deal a lot of damage. I feel like the system should have had a bit more depth to it. What do y'all think? I think the system is pretty good as it is, especially because you could see what moves to use to get out of it. Like, one strategy I use is, like, a lot of times I'd make sure every character had an ability that could deal with that meter to help it go down. So if, like, I got to a spot and I'm getting close to the red and dangerous, I'm like, with this character, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to use this ability to help me a little buffer room. Yeah. And a lot of it's, like, still pretty decent stuff. It's like, hey, I'm going to use it. I'll just put a buff on, like a crit buff instead. Yeah. Instead of doing damage this time. So it never felt like I was sitting back too long and just waiting for this meteor to get down. Got it. I was like constantly managing it. Like I would go pretty wild for a little bit, then I'd just be like, all right, let's dial it back a little bit. Let's like let's slow things down for a second like that. Switch guys out. But yeah, it's just something you got to think about a lot more. I don't have a problem with it, but I could see why people don't like it.
I usually play turn-based strategy games like that a little more defensively than I do in all other video games, actually. I feel like in turn-based, I'm always just a little more strategic, a little more safe. So I feel like that overdrive system would play right into my strengths.
Yeah, I think you would like it.
Yeah.
I really think you would like this game, but, you know, it's like, does Hubert want to play like a 30-hour game right now? It's kind of thing. But
I don't know.
It's on everything, every platform. It's on Game Pass, too. So
it looks fucking
I would say
good.
check it out.
I got Tactics Ogre still on my TV, though, Brad. So
Tactics Ogre, I think, is a harder game than this, though. Yeah. Tactics Ogre is like, yo. Sometimes, like, when you get further in the game, dude, it's like, yo.
Yes.
You gotta, like, think about what...
Give me
like,
those tactics.
Tactics Ogre, you can't really, like, grind your way out of a situation.
Yeah.
You gotta, like, just think about what's going on.
I like taking 5 minutes for one turn, Brad.
Well, Tactics Ogre is like, some of the battles are really long,
yeah,
too.
Dude. Think about it. Just, like,
think about it, yeah.
Put the controller down.
Yeah, I mean,
those
I
moments.
love Tactics Ogre, but, yeah, I'm just saying. This is, like, much easier to get through. Much
chill. Okay.
Sorry, one thing I should bring up, too, is the pace of this game is very good.
So it's just doesn't, like, easy breezy.
It's easy breezy. It doesn't drag its feet in areas too long. I'm not in a dungeon for, like, 3 hours, you know?
Yeah.
There's, like, maybe a couple moments where I was like, this is a little long a segment. There's some puzzles I think you would beat your head against the wall for, but, you know, you just look it up, I guess, if you really want to. Yeah. But I think the pace is really good, and it moves quickly, and it brings you to a lot of different locations.
Nice.
And it's very easy to get back places. You just fast travel, bloop, like nice. Anytime you want.
I have a 20-minute rule, Brad. If I'm stuck on one puzzle for 20 total minutes...
That's a good rule. I like that rule.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I'm giving you 20 minutes for a puzzle.
Totally fair.
Yeah. One specific, not like an entire dungeon, you know, because sometimes like a Zelda dungeon is one big puzzle.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's never like that.
Yeah. If it's like just one little thing, I'm just
it's just like you're going through, here's like a puzzle here.
Yeah.
But it's not like Uncharted, every area you go, there's some puzzle.
Got it.
It's not like that.
Cool.
Most of it's just like figuring out how to get to somewhere,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Because, what was that game? Crosscode?
Crosscode, right?
That game was so sick. But there were some really weird puzzles in there, and that game got a little weird. But I never finished it, but I loved what I played, but
Yeah.
the pacing, I think, was off on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, I don't know.
Yeah. One last thing, just to cover all my bases. There's also class emblems you can get through the game, and you can equip them to your character to give you like extra skills and extra stats. Like one of them is like a summoner stat or summoner one. So my guy could like summon an elemental, and it would just auto do damage every time his turn came up.
Can you summon a skeleton?
I didn't find anyone with a skeleton, but there's like a gambler one, stuff like that.
Nice.
A lot of different variety. The party members have a lot of variety too. There's like one that uses cards and like
Nice.
gamble kind of stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun stuff.
Nice.
You would find a party. You'd find members. You'd be like, oh, these are cool. This is my party.
This is my crew.
This is my crew.
These are my people.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, it is time for Sort It Out, dude.
Sort it out.
Your favorite.
Love Sort It Out.
Love Sort It Out. Sort It Out's a good time. First of all, do you have anything you want sorted out?
Witcher 3 sorted out,
The patch.
dude. Here we fucking go again. I'm tired of this shit. Dude. Okay. Context is key here, first of all.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Let me paint the whole picture. Witcher 3 comes out in 2015. I played on console. It was buggy as shit for over a month. There was a main quest, that was hard bugged for me that prevented me from getting the best ending in the game. Couldn't open a switch to find some treasure for someone. Okay? Unacceptable. Whatever. Long time ago. Big game at the time. Huge step up from Witcher 1 and 2. I was stoked.
Huge step up for RPGs at a time.
Yes.
At a time.
So it's like I dealt with it. It's fine. Whatever. Okay. Then Cyberpunk happens. Right.
Right. Yeah.
We all know how that went. We don't need to rehash that. Incredible game now, though. Still has some problems, though. Okay. But like Cyberpunk issues. So now Witcher 3 next gen patch.
Yeah. Finally came out.
They took it away from some dev who was working on it to do in-house.
Well, I believe they took it away from them because they're a Russian team, and it happened during, the whole Ukraine thing.
Yeah. So, but it's in-house. Yeah. So it's like they're on it. They are the ones.
Yeah. They're on it now. Yeah, of course.
Doing it, and it's free, sure. But I'm just really disappointed. Even on console. And
Yeah, you're having
the PC version was really
I heard the PC
effed.
version was the worst.
Better now, whatever. They put a couple hot fixes on that. But basically, they drop this onto our laps for the holiday. And it's like, I've been waiting like 7 years to replay this game. It's the holidays. You just released it. Of course, I'm going to be enticed to play it. And it starts out great. And then there was like there's been one hotfix on console. That's it. No patches. One hotfix. And it made the characters go in and out of focus.
Damn.
So subtly. I tried it on a 1080p TV, a 2K monitor, and a 4K TV. And it just...
Yeah, you've been having problems.
And it's just like, here we are again, dude. It's just, hold your shit. You wanted it out before the holidays. You wanted it out with The Witcher Blood Origin, which is absolute gutter trash. Stay away. Stay away from that fire. Sort it out, dude. It's Witcher. Henry Cavill's leaving, dude. Witcher right now is upsetting me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting you're telling me about this because I didn't have any problems like this, but you said there's been some people online that's had it.
I have seen some other people with it.
The only weird thing I've had is like some open world nonsense that happens in every open world game is like, Roach will be in the way in this shot or something weird like that.
Yeah.
But
I had a couple crashes.
Did I have a crash?
I had some crashes.
I don't know if I had a crash. Maybe I had one. Maybe that sounds right. But it's been pretty chill for me. But yeah, that sucks that you're running into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it really derailed my entire playthrough.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the reason I'm upset is because I was waiting. I like to wait. I like to wait a nice little bit before I replay my favorite games, like I did with Red Dead, and it's just like I love that. So I waited all this time, and then I got like past the Bloody Baron, deep. Dude, I'm like 20 hours into this game now, and I haven't played in weeks because this glitch went down, and it's just like I can't focus. I can't focus on any conversation or anything.
Yeah.
Because it's just like characters going in and out, dude.
Yeah, that's distracting. Big
Dude,
time.
I uninstalled, cleared the cache, reinstalled.
Damn. Well, it looks like you tried everything at least.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But hopefully they'll fix it. People are coming back from holiday break.
Yeah.
So they'll probably get on it, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just, especially the open world games, it's always harder because there's so much to think about as a dev. And, like, just so many moving parts and stuff like that.
Of course.
Like, I'm so curious to see what Starfield's going to be like. But it's like, I expect jank in open world games, especially when they first launch. Like, I understand that comes with the territory often. But I just wonder, I can deal with some, but sometimes it's too much.
Totally.
And it's like case by case, but it sounds like you got hit hard. So that's
I got hit hard.
Hopefully
derailed my entire playthrough. I was flowing.
Yeah, that sucks. Derailing a playthrough is terrible.
Yeah, like the train is off the tracks now, dude. Hopping back in will just be like slightly less magical because I was flowing.
Something to hold you over though. We'll talk about later. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's kind of worked out, I guess.
Blessing in disguise.
Yes, but it is still annoying. All right, so this sorted out is from Curry Powder 84. Hey allies, Happy New Year. Long time, first time. Shout out to Huber's late night holiday Dragon Quest VIII streams, the epitome of jolliness. However, this made me want to play Dragon Quest VIII for myself since I've only ever played 11. But then I realized I have no way to play it since I no longer have a PS2 or a 3DS. This has led me to think a lot about a real problem, game preservation.
Yep.
So many games are either stranded on outdated hardware or just too expensive Like, there's a lot of expensive games out there.
Yep. We were looking up the 3DS versions of these, and they were 100 plus.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I'm glad I have these.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't have the DS games, though.
That's
4,
what
5,
I mean.
6.
I have 4.
No, 3DS ones are expensive, too.
Yeah.
They're like 100 something.
I have 4 and 5. You have...
No, I don't.
You have 8.
I only have 7 and 8.
On 3DS?
Yeah.
Dude.
I have 7 and 8.
And I got 4 and 5 on DS.
But you don't have 6.
I don't know if I have 6.
You probably don't have 6.
I might have lost it.
Yeah. But it's like, if I need to play some of those games, I can go to you. You can go to me. Yeah. That's the benefit of physical media often.
Yeah.
There's nice things like that. Nice perks. Anyways, makes it hard for people to access. Even after I sold my PS2, I actually held on to my copies of Onimusha and Silent Hill games, just in case I ever needed to repurchase or PS2 to play them.
Nice.
This is one area I've given props to Xbox for. Almost my entire library of physical OG Xbox and 360 games are backwards compatible. But if backwards compatibility is not an option, at the very least, publishers, please put your games out for purchase digitally. I feel this is a reason why so many have to turn to illegal emulation. There's just too many games out there that are not accessible to players. Come on, Nintendo, throw me a bone. Give me a Metroid GBA collection on Switch so I don't have to keep hooking up my copy of the Wii U in order to play Fusion and Zero Mission on Virtual Console. Please just let me buy your games, sort it out. Yes. I would love if you could just play the old games easily.
How many times have we said that, Brad?
It's forever. We're going to keep saying
how many times have we said,
let me buy your game?
Let us give you money.
Yeah.
Let us give you money.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's like, it seems like it's happening more now. Like like you were talking about on the way up here, like Square Enix is just like, yo, here's these old games, like remasters.
Yeah.
You're like Valkyria
Profiles coming,
Lilith or whatever it's called, and all that stuff. We said Tactics Ogre.
Yeah.
Like stuff is happening.
Crisis Core, but like that's a little different.
Crisis Core is high budget. That's a high budget remaster.
But like all the Final Fantasy remasters.
Yeah. Finally coming.
Yeah.
It's like, I think the Castlevania games, like the
Castlevania
OG and like
collections.
the advanced ones.
Yeah.
It's like, we're starting to get these more things, but I wish there's still so many games that I just cannot get.
Yep.
And I don't know if they're going to, it's like, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
What do I got to do to be able to buy this game?
It's crazy.
Especially when you think about what's really annoying is these are like particularly Nintendo games because they were built for a very specific hardware. Yeah. Like DS games or whatever, 3DS games, like 2 screens. I got to figure out what to do about that kind of shit.
It's kind of a nightmare.
Then you think about Wii games, then they're like, well, the goddamn Wiimote. Like Switch, yes, has motion control, but it's just like more hurdles to jump through.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I just had this thought where it's like, damn, I bought so many PS3 games, but I should have bought them on 360 because then I could have stuck them right into my Series X.
Yeah.
You know, all those fucking PS3 games I have that I just like can not really play easily.
Yeah.
Like, get the PS3 out.
Yeah,
dude.
that's definitely been
the whole like it's such a pain to connect.
It's
to
definitely been
streaming.
a good thing that Xbox has done with that for sure. Hopefully the other two will, get more. It seems like Sony's like more into like the digital side of doing that, which is like fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But hopefully Nintendo. I never count on Nintendo with anything. Yeah. That's the safe bet always to do with Nintendo. Hopefully they'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we
get Dragon Quest.
Yeah, like if I just play like good versions of your games, like I don't want to play the mobile version of Dragon Quest on my Switch. Like I don't want to do that.
Yeah, don't make us do that.
Don't make us do like. But they're doing the 3 HD version remaster, like
good
HD
vibes.
2D, cool stuff. Yeah, it's just it takes time. You got to find people to do it and do a good version of it. But like hopefully we'll get more of that in the future. This is from Raul Misal. Sort out. YouTube, stop recommending videos with blatant spoilers in the thumbnail and title for games I just started, just because I Googled them a few times. I admit this isn't the gaming industry's fault, but Google made Stadia, so it counts. That's a really funny one. Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10.
Luckily, this doesn't really happen to me,
That is such a 10.
but I've definitely seen thumbnails for things where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad I've already played this or seen this, because that would suck.
Unhinged.
Here's the final boss on the thumbnail kind of
What are
thing.
you thinking? Same people that do that are the ones who do Goaty in December.
They do Goaty in like November.
God. Grow up.
Dude, Keely needs to like take a stand and do Goaties in January or something.
Seriously. Yeah.
He's the leader on that.
Keely is the leader.
Set the standard, Keely.
Keely does. But I mean, Keely was just following suit with everyone else
I
at
know.
the time. Everyone
we
else
gotta
is
change
doing...
this, man. We gotta change this.
It's like... And honestly, the vibe when they do it is like, all right, end of the year, yo, I got the holidays, let's do the Goaties.
Yeah, it's like a rush.
Get
thing.
them out,
It's
dude.
like rush. It feels
Okay.
like.
Oh, that one? Okay. Oh, that's game of the year? Okay. Oh, you like that one the most? Okay, cool. Get out of here, dude.
Well, a lot of outlets have a lot more people than us, so it's probably a lot more complicated. Can't get like 30 people in a room probably to hash something out like that.
True.
But I just wish more people had more time to play things, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Even if you were a year behind on Goaties, like you did 2022 in 2020, you know what I mean? You waited an entire year, you still would not have enough time to play everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't play everything. It's just the nature of things, but you just do the best you can.
no doubt.
This is from Colt Smith. For Sorted Out, I want to talk about companies and shit monetization of games. I am looking mostly at Square here. Babylon's Fall was a shit show. Avengers 2 and Chocobo Racing. True.
Yeah, wow.
And the thought of NFTs? Square, for God's sakes, no one wants this. Go back to 100% focus on games we do want. Story-driven character drama RPGs. Sorted Out. Yeah. They've definitely gone back into that direction a lot more, it feels like, compared to
they're on
like
a good
other-
track.
Yes. There is some nonsense still.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
yeah, I really wish they wouldn't just do that dumb shit. It's like the Chocobo Racing thing was like so bad. It's just like, what are you doing, man? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it because they make so many good moves, I feel like, so often, but sometimes they just do baffling things. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, man?
Dude, Avengers prices, that blew my mind, man. Some of those skins were like $15.
For Avengers? Damn.
Yes, like more than a Fortnite skin.
And it's like, it's Avengers, man.
For like, yeah, it's not even a different skin. It's like different
It's like,
clothes.
it's like Fortnite. It's like, yo, this game's going to be going for a long time at least. A long time.
and you're getting something completely out of left. You're getting Kratos for
yeah,
$15.
you are. You're getting really,
know?
you're getting Goku.
Yeah. Not like,
But I'm getting like a,
here's Captain America's like
and flip-flops. It's like, I don't
Endgame.
want this.
Yeah.
Has Kyle bought any of these? I know he likes it.
I bet
We should ask him. That's funny.
Because you can unlock some shit, but it's a grind.
Yeah, for sure.
But I bet
Weird.
he has.
Weird.
Yeah, we should ask him, dude.
Yeah.
How many cents has he spent
How much money have you spent?
on Avengers? What's the
Outside
total?
of the game purchase.
That's a good bet.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do Keep It Up now.
Keep it up.
Keep It Up. So Keep It Up, everyone at home, is the exact opposite. Just something we appreciate. The games, people in the game industry are doing well. Doing good stuff.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Keep it up, indies.
Yeah. Keep
Making
it up,
the
indies.
world go around.
Yeah. A lot of great indie games out there.
Keep it up.
Super good. There's too many games in general.
Yeah.
There's so many damn games. Like, you can't play everything. It's just impossible.
No.
But there's a lot of good ones out there. And indie devs stepping up, making some incredible games. It's awesome.
Some of the best in the biz.
Some of the best in the biz. Yeah, I think that's a good Keep It Up, dude. Indie devs. I'm going to say, keep it up from software.
Keep it up.
Just keep making goaties.
Just keep making goaties, dude. What
It just
is
feels
this
like they're
momentum?
putting another one in a revolver each time. Goatee.
Yeah. Every time.
Goatee. Just,
Like, you look at the released games, in the last, 5-6 games they've released, it's just mind-blowing. It's crazy.
yeah. That's why I think Armored Core's exciting, because it's so different.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they did Deracine, or whatever, however you say it, but no one counts that, because it's like, people forget that game exists.
Spin-off.
This is like triple A, big-time game, so I'm just ready for that.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. Really excited. All right, Keep It Up. From highly anticipated. Keep it up, Larian Studios, for being consistent. The team has a lot of fun engaging with their community, and they often share moderate progress and goals for their games. The Divinity Original Sin games gave tabletop RPGs a bump in the right direction, and the handling of beloved names such as Baldur's Gate 3 seems to be overall positive as we move into the official summer release. It's like indie going big, so I just hope they keep getting even better. Yeah, they are the ones that got me into those type of games. What are they? CRPGs, I guess.
Yeah.
Divinity 2, I was like, whoa, this is sick. Because I never really played those kind of games before. And I played some of the early access of Baldur's Gate 3 a year and a half ago or whenever that came out. And it was like, cool, good. I see where this is going. So finally coming out, hell yeah. Very excited.
Yeah. That'll be a big one.
Yes. Yeah, big time. Big time. Yeah, I'm so curious to see what long-term fans of that series will think about it. It's I don't know.
That type of shit.
This is from Alexander Zirinov. Keep it up to all the PC games that automate each graphical setting with a screenshot showing the difference and performance impacting status. So just making it a little more visually clear.
Nice.
The settings. Yeah, I think that's cool.
Good. Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up.
Settings are annoying.
Yeah.
Especially on PC.
Yeah, it could be probably daunting for a lot of people just figuring out what every single thing means, but it's cool that you can do that. But yeah, if it's just even more clear, awesome. This is from Salim Kirichi. Hey, allies. I just want to give a combined, sorted out, and keep it up CD Projekt Red. I've returned to The Witcher 3 with a new update and can't stop. Cyberpunk has been great as well. Put it back down after 50 hours and waiting for Phantom Liberty. They have the potential to be one of the best in the world. No more dropping the ball. Love and respect.
I will also say one of my criticisms I forgot was it stutters in Novigrad.
Ooh.
Yep. Ouch. Performance mode all the way. Little frame drops here and there. Unacceptable after all this time, dude. Unacceptable. It's free, though. It's hard to complain. God.
Yeah, I guess it just depends how much the performance drop is. If it's dropping, in a big city, 3 frames.
Yeah, it's
little
hiccups.
But
also freezes every time it saves. Just hard freeze. Just
well, weird, dude. Weird.
Issues, dude.
All right, that's it for Keep It Up. Now it's time for some shout-outs. We give shout-outs to some of our most generous patron supporters out there in the shout-out tier. We greatly appreciate it.
Big time.
This time we got Jabbawabs, Elthanas, and Greg TheDarkKnight Kettering. Shout-out.
Shout-out.
Big time shout-out. Thank you, everybody.
Happy
Thank you,
New
everybody.
Year.
Support us on Patreon also, and Twitch, all that good stuff. YouTube, we greatly appreciate it.
If you hear these words,
thank you.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild that you even listen to us talk.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It's weird, but cool. It's awesome. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. All right, Huber.
Yo.
This is the game I've been most excited to talk to you about because you and me have always put this up so high on a pedestal.
The highest possible.
And I don't know if people put it as high as us until I talked to Bloodworth about it.
Yeah.
That's Dragon Quest VIII.
Yeah, baby. Journey of the Cursed King.
Like, this is undoubtedly, I think, one of our favorite PS2 games.
Ever.
And
one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, like RPGs for sure ever.
One of my favorite video games ever, full stop.
And it's like, why? What about this game?
I think it's perfect, that's why.
You think it's a perfect game?
I think it's pretty damn perfect if you want to go by those standards.
Okay.
Right? And I think from top to bottom, I think if you are really, really good at video games or if you are like fine at video games, you will have a blast with Dragon Quest VIII. It can be very challenging, but you can overcome that challenge. Just a little work, a little patience. But it's the journey. One of the first things I noticed, Brad, I've been replaying Dragon Quest VIII, if you don't know, on stream every single night.
Journey of the Cursed King.
Journey of the Cursed King, yes. Every single night, basically. Haven't played in a couple nights because of New Year's.
Yeah, you're going full psycho mode. You're like 12 hours.
Yeah. We've been hitting it so hard. Like we said, blessing in disguise because Witcher botched.
Yes.
So I was like, fuck it. I need someone to scratch this itch. It's Dragon Quest VIII. What I noticed, Brad, was how strong the opening of this game is.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. JRPGs sometimes take a long time to just get going.
Yes.
They can have a sick intro maybe, but then they just like really slow down.
Yes,
or even
they sure do.
You know, they can just take some time to get into. And especially, this game is like 60, 70, 80 hours, okay? So
yeah, it's long, dude.
But
if you want it to be.
Yeah, but it just grips you right away with such a simple, high-stakes premise. The king and the princess are cursed. The king is a toad, the princess is a horse, and you are the royal guard, and you are protecting them, and you're also with your valet, basically, Yangus, who now owes you a life debt. So you start out, you know, the king and the princess don't fight, so it's you and Yangus, and you're looking for this old wizard, Master Rylus, who maybe can break this curse. That's how this game starts out, just immediately. You go to this town, you find out he's murdered. There was a fire, dude. Arson. High stakes.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Shit. Simple. And it's like, okay, his apprentice, maybe he can help, but he needs his crystal ball. Boom, your first mission, and you're off. You're off into the wild. You're going to a cave, and you're exploring. And everything about the game, like I said, is near perfect because there's just all these systems that are so simple but so tactical. There's one of the main mechanics is psych up.
Yeah.
And you can take a turn to psych up Super Saiyan style. There's like 4 tiers of it, 5, 20, 50, 100. That'll increase your damage when you unleash it. There's skill points that you get when you level up. You can do like different weapons, and then each character has like
a unique stat, like courage,
humanity for Yangus. We've been hyping up is one of the biggest ones, and those will give you, you know, different abilities with your weapons, and you know, you have health and mana, and you just really, the reason I love it so much, and I talked about it with Dragon Quest XI Draconic modifiers, Brad, is the balance. There's no wasted anything in this game. There's no wasted moves. There's no wasted weapons or like everything has a function and a purpose. Every fight you are in, even with trash mobs, you're fighting for your life. You are leveling up, dude. Every time you level up, it is not throwaway. There's so many games where it's like, okay, numbers go up.
Level ups feel big, yeah.
The fucking numbers in this game are so vital, so important. Okay? Then there's just the strategy of the battles. You know, you have the hero, which is well-rounded. You have Yangus, which is the tank. You have Angelo, which is like off-healer, spellcaster.
I'd say he's kind of like the main healer.
The main healer, yeah. And then Jessica, who is
like the mage,
black mage, whatever.
Depending what you do, yeah.
Doing some crazy DPS there,
yeah.
And just balancing those out. The balance of like, you know, do I buff here? Do I single target? Do I psych up? What do I do? The bosses are all really great. Just enough ridiculous JRPG difficulty spikes here and there when it matters. You know, you don't get to a random boss and all of a sudden you just get wiped out immediately. It's like, no, you get to like a boss. Like, yo, this boss means business. So they're gonna challenge you. They're gonna
they do.
take you down.
Yeah.
In addition to all that, there's fucking monster recruiting. You can go out into the world, find unique monsters, put them on your team, battle them in the arena for, again, like I said, everything matters, valuable rewards, and you can even call them into battle.
Yeah, that's cool.
The music.
The music is so good in this game.
The composer, you got to
good.
call out the composer for being kind of a trash human, but the music is phenomenal. The economy is one of my all-time favorite things in this game. Every gold you earn. I mean, we've been saving this entire playthrough and buying a king axe for Yangus would give him like 30, 40 attack, Brad, but it's 18,000 gold.
Yeah.
We have like 20-something total. We've been saving the entire game. There's alchemy. You can explore each town and read books to give you hints about alchemy recipes. You can talk to people that'll give you recipes. The world itself also, I think it's in that sweet spot where it's just the right size. We live in a Ubisoft era where everything is fucking massive. Like, games don't need to be that large surface area, dude. You know how I ranted about Assassin's Creed recently?
Yeah.
I feel like the world map in this game is the absolute perfect size where it feels like you're going on a massive adventure.
Yeah.
But every time you get to a zone, you know, you're not there for 20 hours. You're not there for too long. It's just like everything is nicely spaced.
Yeah, each town is kind of like
out.
a different arc, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like go to this town, there's this story involving
Yeah.
this kind of thing and these characters, and you go through all that, and you usually do like a dungeon kind of thing at the end, then you go to the next one kind of thing.
Then, of course, I'm still not done. Some of the best gambling there is in video
So
games.
good gambling, yeah. Dragon Quest has good gambling, for
Dragon
sure.
Quest Casino, high stakes, high reward. Again, everything matters. And of course, the cast of characters
They're very good.
is wonderful. Silent protagonist is fine, but you know, then
Yeah,
you
there's
got,
a PS2 game.
and Angelo is kind of the weak link. I'm not super like huge. He's fine, but you know, Yangus, the hero. Jessica is amazing. Yangus, of course, I say it a million times. And then the king as well is so good. And the princess, and then everyone you meet along the way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is just the quintessential journey, Brad.
Yeah, it's like, adventure the game.
Adventure
like
the
you're
game.
going on a big quest adventure kind of thing. You get lost in this world.
And I think the number one reason for me of why I love it the most is because of the difficulty and the balance. And just everything is meaningful and matters in this game. Every single fight, you know, there's like, even when you've been like in a zone for a long time and you start like, okay, you start cleaning up these random encounters, they can still push back. They can still get you if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's definitely a game of an older mentality of RPGs, especially Japanese ones, of grinding.
Dude, we haven't even grinded that
I
hard.
watched you grind. You were grinding metal slimes.
One time
That's
for
big time, though.
for one of the most infamous, legendary boss fights in all of video games. Of course, I'm going to grind a couple levels, just the one time. But that's what I mean, is that person's power level forced us to grind, so it felt right. It felt meaningful. It wasn't like, okay, we're at this stupid random boss who I don't even know what it is. Let me go fucking grind for 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're here. You kicked my ass, but I'm close. Let me go get a level or two.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say this is not an easy game by any means. This is a harder RPG for sure. Especially for people who have not played the game multiple times like you have.
For sure.
Dude, some of these, like the the points and like save points, you could lose a lot of time and a lot of progress. That fight you're talking about is a very infamous fight of just like walling people off.
Infamous
fights. It's like you gotta be okay. There's a you're gonna get random counters a lot. Some of these random counters can get really nuts, really quick. You find like 8 guys out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and you just be like, whoa, what the like?
You try to flee, block.
Yeah, and
try to flee again.
You're taking
block.
hits from all of them.
Yeah,
so it's like it can be very unforgiving at times.
Definitely,
but I think it is very rewarding also.
Yeah.
However, you're playing the PS2 version. There's also the 3DS version, which makes things I think a little smoother, especially for a lot of younger or people playing for the first time. First off, the equipment. So you're talking about you leveling up.
Yeah.
Sorry, your skills. You're leveling up skills. On the 3DS one, I believe you could see what skills you'll get for the thing.
Weak.
Why do you think that's weak?
Because I love just like, you're using the sword and you've battled and you've grown stronger. Mm-hmm. What's going to become of that strength? Let's find out.
But then you're locked into that.
Yeah, but you
how many times have you played that game and used the sword as the hero?
I mean, sword courage every time.
Exactly.
Sword courage every time.
That's when there's other options and like they don't seem worth it.
Everyone else, every other party member though, all the builds are viable. Yangus can go axe, scythes, or clubs easily.
I know he can do them.
Angelo can go swords or bows. I think he can even do stabs. But I'm saying,
when you're going through the game, first time, you don't understand what these weapons do.
Very first time.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not talking about like I'm talking about people playing this for the first time.
If you're like mixing and matching,
you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. You're not playing efficiently.
Sure.
But if you can kind of see like what skill you might get.
It's a fair point.
And it's like, these abilities aren't like spoilers. It's like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Especially when abilities, ultimate abilities are tied to 2 different stats.
They tell you straight away. You get to the first town and they're like, yo, if you level up swords and courage, like we've heard about a legendary thing. They tell you if you just talk to
think that's cool, but it also makes those other options far less appealing.
For the main hero, I agree.
I think, and especially with a game with like 4 party members pretty much.
Sure. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1.
But the 3DS version has 2 more characters. I haven't gotten to them in that version, so I don't know how cool they are.
That's weird too, man.
But they are like,
that's so
one
weird.
Is Red, who is a character that's actually voiced in the game, the original one. So she's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And the other one is the Hercule guy.
Mori.
So what it's like, I think to get him, you have to beat the whole monster arena.
Sick.
So you have to like earn that
Join
guy.
you.
Yeah, you gotta like earn that thing.
Yeah. It'd be cool on a second playthrough for me, honestly, or like down the line, I don't know.
And honestly,
I can't play 100-hour games on a.
Yeah, it's not ideal for sure.
I can't do
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
And I think for other people, it's like you could see the monsters on the 3DS version. Like a lot of
random encounters.
There's a lot of random encounters.
I'm just old school. I love that shit. I love random encounters. You are on the field. You are in a dungeon. You don't know what danger lurks around any corner. When the monsters are on the map, like 11, that shit becomes mathematical. When you give all this extra information about skills, it just becomes numbers. I like to go on feeling and emotion, and that is what Dragon Quest VIII on PS2 is. You are just going off into the world, hoping for the best, fighting for your life, getting rewarded every step of the way. Every single step of the way, dude. Yes.
I kind of agree with you, and I kind of don't. I think there's good things in it. I think random encounters can be annoying, because there's a lot in this game.
There's a lot.
Especially when you're trying to just get through an area. It's just like...
As long as you're not in a rush, I
know. I'm saying, like, to play the PS2 version, you have to be very patient and not in a rush.
Yeah.
You have to be. It demands a lot from you to play through this game.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. I really like it. But I'm just saying, I think it's very old school in a lot of ways, and it can be very off-putting for a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah. I know random encounters in today's day and age are a contentious subject.
Yeah.
But I think in 8, they work perfectly, again, because just whenever I see monsters on the field, it just becomes so mechanical, artificial. It's like, okay, I'm free to just explore. But okay, I need some XP. Let me just fight you. It's like, no, when they're not there, my whole focus is on, okay, we are the party moving through this dungeon together. We're looking for chests. Let's go. Let's go as efficiently as we can. Get through. Oh, shit. We got jumped. Like, I love that. It puts me more in the place. when they're random encounters.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it puts you on edge more. Yeah, because you don't know.
Yeah.
It is annoying when you just get bad luck, though.
Sure.
Like, fuck. Like, what am I going to do here?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm torn on it. I think the 3DS version is probably the easier version to play and just get into. But it's like, if you want to play on TV, especially because there's extra content and like more stuff about the hero in the 3DS version, more context for him.
Yeah.
And like different endings and stuff like that. I think it's probably the best version, but
definitive little like
but it's
11
like,
they did that.
you got to play on a 3DS though, and it's like if you don't, I mean, either way, like I want to play that on a TV.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that on a handheld.
Did 7 Remake, you could attack the enemy right from behind?
Here's the thing about 7. So I played like an hour and a half yesterday. The
7
tutorial-
Remake?
Yes, the 3DS version.
No. Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, 7 Remake? Yeah, you can
Final
see them
Fantasy
on the map.
And then you could come up and like whack them, right? For like a attack of opportunity. Am I thinking of the right?
I can't remember now.
That's
Persona.
I like that when you can see the monsters. If it's not random encounters, let me pull some Persona 5 shit, get a little sneak attack.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate
I think
that.
7 is just kind of like, it's seamless. Like you don't like hit them when you just get close. I can't remember. Now I'm confused. I don't remember.
Yeah. Too many RPGs. Dude.
Yeah. Well,
but it's definitely a Persona.
yeah, Persona, because
You do
Persona
that, like,
like
neck snap.
Persona like transfers you into like combat field.
Yeah.
A lot of like more modern JRPGs I feel like are going in the ways of it's just seamless, like not like a battle screen. It just goes right into it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, Dragon Quest VIII, we love that game.
One
I
of
think
the greats.
you should try it for sure, especially if you like older RPGs. It's so good. It's so damn charming.
The pace, dude. It's
pace is very
perfectly
good.
paced. Like, just that loop of like new town, talk to everybody, rest at the inn, do a little shopping, go out into the open world. Dude, it's just, it's the best.
Yeah, I think the world's really
Each arc.
enthralling in this game. Like exploring it or whatever. Like just being on the field is really well done. Of like we said, the size of it. It's like it's not super huge, but it makes it feel really big somehow. They do a really good job of that.
Yeah.
Like little perches where you could like see
little
the ocean.
up and down. The way the terrain is, Brad. Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Some of the story arcs are not as good as I remember.
No, of course not.
And if I were to like hard criticize one thing about it, maybe it would be the overall story. I think the world and the characters.
It's very simple, like the overall plot.
Yeah, I think the world and the characters are top tier, but sometimes the overall story is just like, okay.
Yeah.
Versus like, eco-terrorists, FF70, let's go.
Yeah, I mean like a whole different kind of thing. A different swing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Quest is very like traditional, that kind of stuff. Like evil, bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very simple, but really fun to go through.
But like a lot of redemption arcs with a lot of the side characters. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Colt Smith wrote in and said, okay, so first Huber, your playthrough of Dragon Quest VIII has reminded me just how perfect this game really is. So unique in so many ways. How do you think Dragon Quest XII will change or shake up the formula with the trailer hinting at a more dark direction possibly?
I think it's finally time for Dragon Quest to go full open world. Mm-hmm. Honestly, this series is known to not take too many big risks, to play it traditionally. That's its whole philosophy. It's like we want you to have that familiarity. We want to make something new, but we also want you to have that familiar comfort.
Right.
Brad and I were talking briefly about, though, how 9 and 10 almost feel like spin-offs. Because, you had the big, high-budget PS2 console 8, and then obviously 9 was 3DS, and it was like...
No, it was DS.
DS, and it was Create a Hero. So I was just like, and like had all that Street Pass shit. And obviously 10, we never got here because it's an MMO.
Can't play it here.
Then we finally got 11, which was like back to that 8 vibe. So I don't know where they could go from here other than just making
the
a
world,
darker version of 11,
or just
I
making
guess.
The world more, like you said, open world, making it more interesting to explore.
Yeah.
kind of going through this world, I guess.
But I hope all that stuff is. I hope like alchemy is there. I hope monster hunts are there. I hope that.
I think those things
obviously
will be there still.
Yeah, and the idea, Brad, of it being extremely dark, I really like. Like, let's go like 16 levels of like intense darkness here, because then that'll make coming to a little cozy cottage that much safer, that much cozier, you know? If you're like in this hostile environment and then you finally get to like, oh, okay, we're in the safety of this town.
I don't I need like ultra violence in Dragon Quest or anything like that.
No.
Like you're talking Final Fantasy 16, it's like that's an M-rated game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need an M-rated Dragon Quest. But yeah, I mean there's some like darker tone stuff and like especially in 11. There's like an event that happens where it's like
some intense shit.
Effed up, yeah. But yeah, I do wonder what they can do, how to make it stand out.
Yeah.
But I think the open world or like the world design will be the biggest thing.
Another thing with 8, I also really love just 4 party members. I love it the most. I don't like when party members are on the bench, dude. It makes me uncomfortable. It takes me out of it. Like they're just standing around. I know in 11, a lot of fights I had to swap. In and out.
That's more of a modern JRPG thing.
Yeah, when swapping works well, it's cool. But I love the core 4 fellowship vibe. You know, once you get too big, you start losing me.
Yeah, if you get like too big,
and
you like forget party members exist,
yeah.
Like I think about no shit against the game, but I think about Final Fantasy 6. There's like a lot of party members in that game.
In 6?
A lot, yeah.
Huh?
But a lot of them are like optional from what I remember. But there's like a lot. But I'm just saying like, yeah, Dragon Quest, it's very focused.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like with the other 2 on the 3DS versions. I wonder how that would feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder. Anyways, yeah, cool game. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Huber, this other game I finished was Sifu. I finished Sifu.
You told me this.
Yeah, I know. But I got the true ending.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, baby.
I did all that.
Oh, yeah.
So
let's go.
Yeah. I really like Sifu.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's very good, but I do have some problems with it.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Let's talk about the negative thing just first, just to get it out of the way. I think the level up thing is not good in this game.
You need to refresh my memory because since I've played, they've tweaked it a little bit. They said they tweaked the scoring system.
Okay. Well, it's like you go through a level.
Yeah.
Okay. There's like these shrines you can run into. I think this is interesting where it's like, this part's fine. I guess it's I guess the base difficulty was normal. I didn't change the difficulty.
The base one is normal, and then they added easy and hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just played on normal, and there's these shrines you go to, and you could pick certain things to get. Like, you know, your weapon lasts longer. It's fine like that.
That
fun.
Stuff's
fine.
That's the thing I did immediately, but then I was like, no.
I think that's like, okay, but then there's the moves you get.
Yeah.
These moves you can unlock that are temporary at first, and then you can make them permanent.
Yeah.
And I think the process of unlocking them wasn't that satisfying, and it didn't feel as sick as I wanted to when I got them. It was like, I wasn't like, yes, this sick new move to mix up my combat. It just felt like more like I actually needed that kind of thing. It felt like and I was like, fine. I wish I just had a lot more of these moves earlier on because it just made the game more fun. I didn't get a lot of these moves till like the very end where I was like having to get stuff.
Really?
What do you mean, really?
The very end?
For like permanent stuff? Like, dude, there's 5 levels.
I was grinding these moves.
I was
these moves pretty early.
I wasn't like grinding them.
How do you get them again? You just get points.
Yeah, you can replay stuff.
Yeah.
And get them, but it's like,
dang.
I mean, I got a lot of them, but there's a lot of moves to get.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I was ignoring. I started ignoring a lot of stuff and just getting like a few. I feel like there's a few moves that are super keen. Like some of the the directional attacks or whatever, the focus attacks. You know, like the staff one. Like I hadn't never even used it. Ever. Because it's like
so strong.
It can be strong, but it's like at a point my fists were just so effective, just as they were. Or I was like, I don't even need this stuff a lot. Like there's other advantages. Like I guess it was cool, Huber, because I was going through it and I thought I would need certain things, but then I would just gravitate towards it down their way and it'd work a little more for me.
Hell yeah.
Like, I felt like weapons were super more important to me at the original point. Originally, but then later on, it was more like...
Exactly.
No, the most important thing is to learn to parry, guys.
Fundamentals.
That's the most important thing in the whole game.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I get that kind of stuff.
Up and down, dodging, and...
Yeah. And I guess just some of the fights felt like a dice roll if a move would work or not. I couldn't, like... I didn't know if this move, like a sweep kick, if it would work or not.
Oh, I love a sweep.
Even on normal guys, I'm like, it's cool, sometimes it works, but I didn't know when, and if like I would do it and they just block and they just hit me, I'm like, okay, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
Let me just use these moves that work way more effectively, like I'd run away, then sweep kick them, then like, punch them on the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just kind of felt like some things felt too good, and some things I didn't feel like I needed to bother with.
Okay.
And like the random elements, I guess I just wanted more randomness, Huber, I guess. I think it's... There's good in that it's like focused and predictable, and you can like understand what your challenge is gonna be, and you can understand what you have to do. But I think I wish there was like more rogue, like weird elements to the unlocks you got.
Yeah, or if the levels were randomized,
maybe, or
like
if
the enemy
just,
encounters.
Yeah, like it's important because it's like getting through the game itself is a challenge, which I totally get.
Oh yeah.
And, like, if you just got bad RNG on a run, it's like, well, I just got these random guys, like these two huge guys out of nowhere that would kind of, like, discourage a lot of people.
Those guys are fun.
Yeah, they are fun. But I think I just wanted a little more, like, wacky or creative, like, power-ups from it. Instead of just...
oh, I loved how grounded and gritty it was.
I guess, but the game is not also. It's like, supernatural and stuff, so it's, like,
some weird shit going on.
Yeah. So I just kind of wish, like, I got this, like, more weird kind of power-up or something like that.
Sure.
But, like, the fighting is really sick and really fun.
Some of my favorite fighting, Brad,
it's really
ever
sick.
in a video game.
Like, someone should just hire this team to make, like, a game. Like you said, if they have them make Shenmue.
Have them make Shenmue, I'm not even kidding.
They would do a much better job.
Yeah.
Much better job. The combat's way more fun in this game.
Dude.
Some of the boss fights are really cool in this game.
Oh, my God.
Really sick.
Dude, that true ending boss fight, no spoilers.
Yeah, it's
that
cool.
was my favorite,
Yeah.
dude. The music,
the last
too.
fight's cool. Yeah.
So fucking sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
Worth it.
I really like this
love
game.
when you get a final boss on a true ending, dude. It is my favorite thing.
Yeah, the boss fights are really good. I think going through the levels is really cool. Unlocking the shortcuts is cool. It definitely got to a part, Huber, where I was like going through my runs, and I get to an area. I was kind of old. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back, do it lower here, but I'm just going to skip all these power-ups.
Oh, hell yeah. Little
just get
shortcuts,
through,
dude.
To get the shortcuts.
Yes.
And it's like,
that stuff's good.
But here's the thing is, I didn't feel like at a point I was missing out by skipping a lot of these power-ups.
That's good, though, because you earned it.
I guess.
That's the best. You earned that reward.
But I guess I wanted the choice to feel more impactful. Like, should I actually go through this?
Like, should I use a shortcut or should I grind these? Okay.
Maybe on, like, the really hard difficulty they added later? Maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But just from whatever their, like, the original difficulty
there's
was.
There's a Grandmaster mode where you can wear the...
Yeah.
Wear the hat.
Yeah, you get some outfits
from the
and
movie,
stuff, which is cool.
Ip Man, you get the Ip Man outfit.
Yeah.
And if you lose the hat, I think it's game over. You have to keep your hat on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some shit.
I think the idea of like the events you do in a level, like tying to another level, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this game is about going through the level,
finding the clues,
and replaying levels, and because there's only 5 levels, so you're like replaying levels a lot. And I think if you don't like that, this might bother you, but the levels are cool, and like we said, you unlock shortcuts, and like definitely a cool game where you definitely feel yourself getting better as you go through it. Like you definitely, like when you have to put in time in this game. Yeah. You have to.
Yep.
At least on like the normal
Sekiro vibes, pull up a chair,
Yeah.
sit down, play for many hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, sometimes you gotta like go through some obstacles again to get to that boss, It's not like, very rarely is it you're immediately at the boss. I think only one level's like that off the top of my head.
You can get some shortcuts, some key ones.
You can get some shortcuts, but you still gotta
fight.
fight. Level 3 is the most fast one because you can get right to the boss pretty much. You can fight 2 guys and get right to the boss.
Dude, that boss gave me a hell of a time. That's the first real deal.
Yeah.
That is a big roadblock.
That's a big roadblock. But yeah, it feels good. Like dodging stuff feels cool. Sounds cool. I like the slow down moves. You lock on. You like get little hits. Hits feel good. It feels nice. I like the game a lot. I just wish I felt I think I just wanted a little more like roguelite elements to it.
I think I did too at the time. It was it felt like almost, it just felt half-baked. It does.
Like the fighting's super cool, and super good. I'm like, I like these levels and everything. I just wish it was a little stronger.
It's like, should they have left it out? Even maybe not, because like it does incentivize and encourage you to like go through the levels perfectly.
But I think what makes that work already is you're aging.
Yeah.
I think that's like the most important thing. That's why you're replaying the levels a lot.
Yeah. So maybe it was like, yo, is the game too hard? We need to give them like a power up. Let's throw this in at the last minute.
Maybe they were like, yo, there's a lot of moves. We don't want to give them too much or too easy.
Yeah.
I kind of wish you just unlocked the moves permanently, but without having to, invest. It's like not too bad, but I just wonder.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want you to get all the moves too fast. I don't know.
I've been waiting, Brad. They're supposed to add in a bit, probably a couple months, arena mode.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just fight. Dude.
This is a game,
fight.
Like fighting is obviously the whole point of the game. So I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I think there's like some weird fights too they're gonna add in like
arena
on top of like a building or something like that. Like that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I can't deny the fact like
it's the sickest game. It's my favorite game of the year.
When I was fighting guys and I like threw a dude and he just flew off the fucking edge. I was like, through a window. Yeah, I was like, whoa, that was sick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that stuff's all really fun.
Oh my god, it's just got the sickest style.
It does. It's really good style.
Year. Yeah. And it's my favorite combat.
The combat's really good, but like I said, the other elements are just a little lacking. I think.
Yeah, sure.
I wonder if they'll do a sequel. They totally could.
Please.
But it's an awesome game. Hell yes.
I think it did well, critically and commercially. I think it sold maybe 1 million. I think I heard that.
Good. Yeah,
maybe I just dreamt that.
It's just now coming to like Xbox and stuff too, so
I hope it does well.
Little boost.
Cool Slow game. Clap, right?
Yeah. Really cool game. They made Absolver, right? I never played those games, but
that was a good one.
Yeah, I heard those are cool. They seem to really like fist fighting games, so
yeah.
Hey man, I think it works. It's totally fun.
Yeah.
Not a lot of games doing that from what I can think of. But I would like to see them do like what they could do with something else.
Yeah.
Like an IP or some shit.
A big budget.
Yeah.
Give them the cash.
Yeah.
Give clap the cash.
Like who would they make a game about? Dude,
Shenmue is the perfect
Shenmue
fit.
is they would do Shenmue combat good.
Like they understand martial arts.
Like think about like a movie franchise though. Like who?
John Wick.
But does he do like crazy martial arts? I can't remember. Like, he's more about guns and stuff.
Gun kata, whatever. Gun fu.
I feel like he shoots too much though.
Yeah. How about the Raid? There's still a lot of shooting in that.
A lot of shooting, but could still be cool.
Yeah.
Like they could have made an awesome Bruce Lee game. I don't know. Like that could be a licensing nightmare.
Jackie Chan,
all that cool
stuff. A lot
of
people have put that shit in the PC version, the mods.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
really of course. You think
someone
of that.
did Batman? I think. Yeah.
Dude, have them make Shaolin monks or something.
That is
like,
Dawn. Where's Dawn?
Just ramp up the combat.
Dawn from the creators of Sifu, Shaolin Monks 2.
I don't know if he can hear you,
dude. We'll
the
tell.
Credit it deserves.
Don't.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine Shaolin monks being brought back?
Dude,
from holy smokes, I wouldn't expect that.
From that team too. That is too perfect on.
Shaolin monks has got to be around the corner at this point, right? Someone's
got to be somewhere, dude.
Is that what Boone is going to drop next? Would that be possible that they announced that instead of the next Mortal Kombat?
Dawn, dude, I'm a professional. I was working at the Game Awards, and I saw Ed Boon talking to a couple people, and all I wanted to do was ask him about Shaolin monks, but I didn't. I restrained myself, but I wanted to, Dawn. That was the moment. Be like,
damn,
yo,
dude.
bro.
You could have made it happen.
Face to face in his eyes, you know?
Yeah, you didn't even think about the back burner thing. I said, if you see Ed Boon, you got to ask him about re-releasing that trilogy of the 3D trilogy of Mortal Kombat games, HD. Re-release. Yeah.
Yes.
I need that next time you see him.
Totally.
That's a softball.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I really like this game. I think it's really cool. It's just more people can play it now because of the difficulty settings. Like, this was a tough game for sure. So, I mean,
a lot of people hard quit.
A lot of people did. Yes, I do remember this.
Because when you combine that insane level of difficulty with replaying the same shit over and over, that is like hard out for people.
It's hard out for people.
Yeah.
To be fair, the levels are really cool.
Yeah,
I think they're all really cool.
Oh, what was your favorite? That's what I want to ask you. Just give me a number.
Favorite?
No spoilers.
I think
Number.
3.
Three's tight.
Because there's like a sick like optional part I liked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool.
3, yeah. Dude. I like 2 because it's just like
Yeah, of
classic,
course,
you know? But then 5 was really cool too.
5, they're all cool.
3
I like
is
them
cool.
all.
4 is really unique.
Yeah, they're all cool.
Duh.
They're all cool.
Dude, we need DLC, dude. Just give us one more. Give us one more level. Hook us up.
That'd be cool.
Keep
One
it
more level.
going.
Yeah, you could do one more level for sure. Or you can just do a new game.
Yeah.
Second game.
Yeah.
Sifu 2.
Yeah.
Alrighty, it is time for some
Yo,
emails.
Sifu 2 co-op.
What? Maybe.
What if they added
they
a co-op mode to this game?
If they could make like the combat flow well between your two characters, then yeah. I think that's just the important thing, is just making your characters like flow well, attacking different enemies or the same enemy, make it feel good. Which seems like a challenge, but that'd be cool.
Dude, like the new standard for co-op melee battling. Sifu 2, let's go.
I could see them doing a versus mode.
Yeah.
That seems like easier to do.
Yeah,
but
way
less
easier.
exciting.
Yeah.
But I could see it happening.
For sure. Yeah, this arena, that'd be a great place to put it in.
All right, time for some emails. If you would like to send an email, join us on patreon.com/easyallies. Just $5 and up. You can join and send in questions to this podcast and the Easy Allies podcast, and you can join our Discord in there if you want to chat games or whatever with anyone in there. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, first question is from LEL. Okay. Happy New Year, allies. After hearing you guys mention in the past Frame Trap, I decided to replay one of my favorite PS2 games ever. My guess?
Snake Eater?
Onimusha.
Nice.
After I was done, I decided to rewatch the opening cinematic for Onimusha 3,
dude.
Demon Siege. And I gotta say, it still holds up.
Oh my god, we watched that a little while ago. Yep. It's the best.
It is hands down one of my favorite opening cinematics of all time.
Of all time.
Right up there with Kingdom Hearts, StarCraft, and Dark Souls 3.
All time.
But what do you expect with Donnie Yen as the CG movie stunt director? It's true, he's in the credits.
Sick.
Which brings me to my question. What are some of your favorite opening cinematics? Love and respect. I always think of Final Fantasy VIII's opening. That opening's banging. What a banger, dude. I mean, obviously I love 7's too, but 8's is like crazy.
Yeah. Resident Evil 3. The original 3, because we got to see Raccoon City
You do too, though, also.
getting smoked.
Yeah, isn't that
Barely in 2, man. You roll up and you're where is everybody? Where's everyone in the
No,
town?
the opening cinematic, you see like the SWAT guys and stuff, don't you? Like the cops fighting?
3.
That's Umbrella people.
That's in 3.
Okay, I thought 2 had that also.
That's in 3. You got the cops, you got Umbrella, you got it all,
Yeah,
dude.
it is
People
cool.
throwing grenades at zombies.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the
Pure
Umbrella guy.
chaos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what else top of my head. Opening cinematics.
Onimusha 3, dude.
Yeah.
Possible.
Definitely, like, so
Oh,
crazy at the
God.
time how expensive that probably was.
I think it was over $1 million. I remember reading all about it. Back
no
in the
wonder,
day.
dude, we didn't get that many after
I
it.
know. That killed us. That cutscene. That killed
That was
us.
a lot of money.
Yep.
Damn. And like who's the guy in it?
Seminosuke.
No.
Jean Reno.
Yes.
Leon the
What if that-
Professional.
Yeah, I wonder if that was all expensive too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But
They made one more. They made 4.
they made 4 and they had like Blade Warriors, like spin-off stuff. But yeah, that was it. Man, never made to PS3 or 360. Oof.
You just think about 1 in RE Engine, dude. I don't know what's
Yeah.
talking about Dino Crisis, but good grief. Can you imagine? Just imagine it right now. Wet gore, slicing an enemy with your katana, and they just like,
Yeah, I think it would look really cool.
oh,
The only thing is, I guess, to think about like the combat aspect of it, they'd have to make it interesting enough the whole way through.
hack and slash.
Yeah,
Does that hold up in today's
it's
day?
like
Hack and slash.
but it's like
It's like a beat 'em up.
it's very primitive at the time. Now, and like comparing it to now, like I don't want
Yeah.
it to get too crazy. where
Like
you
Streets of
lose.
Rage 4 is more complicated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get too just Onimusha 1 we're talking about, not the other ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to get too crazy where it became Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when I think of Onimusha 1, it's like much slower pace and smaller encounters. I'd want those to be more intense.
Just have those parries and Makiri counters and we're all good.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I'll take it no matter what you're doing. Look awesome, but I don't know if we're going to get it,
Yeah.
Sadly. All right. This is from Here the Sphere. Sorry, I got to write these down. Happy New Year, Easy A. Do you think 2023 is the year where Metroid Prime 4 is finally unveiled?
Yeah.
January 25th will mark 4 years since Nintendo announced the game would be restarted from scratch by Retro Studios. Rumors of Prime 1 Remaster have also reached a boiling point.
Yeah.
It seems like the time would be right to keep the momentum for the Metroid series going following the success of Dread. What do you think?
Now's the time. Now is the year. This is the year to show it.
Yeah.
Obviously not necessarily release it.
Yeah.
I think you really need to show it this year.
Yeah,
you
I
really
think so.
should,
I think
Nintendo.
so. I feel like they're afraid to show that game until it's like guaranteed to come out at this time.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I feel like it's going to be a game when we see it, it'll be like, yo, it's out in 6 months kind of thing. And like, it totally could, because like all we know about is Zelda really, which is in May. This could easily be like a summer, fall game.
Dude,
who knows?
I'm getting scared, man.
What do you mean? About what?
Is there really only going to be one Mario game on Switch?
Yeah. Well, so we think about like how depressing it is, because you think about N64, we got one. GameCube, we got one. Wii, we got two for some reason. Wii U, we got 3D World.
Glory days.
But like that got swept under the rug, that whole system.
Yeah.
And it's like we got Odyssey here at the beginning of the system the first year, and it's like, we haven't seen anything of it. So
I guess we did get Bowser's Fury.
It's not enough, man. It's not enough. It's like a Band-Aid.
It is.
Like a deep wound. It's like, I love Bowser's Fury. It's awesome, but it's like, it's just like 4 hours. It wasn't that. Oh, no, it's not 4 hours, but I don't remember how long it is. But shorter, it's not a full game.
I feel like when a Mario game comes out in a year, the entire industry is legitimized.
Yeah.
So
I'm just hoping and assuming that it's whenever the next system comes out, it'll be a launch game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, especially because Zelda's coming out on Switch still.
Yeah.
And we could have the next system within a year from now.
Is Metroid Prime 4 still 4? Or is it a reboot? What's going on here?
We
don't
all
really
they
know, right?
is it was Metroid Prime 4. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't know what it's like. We assume it's first person like the other three.
Okay.
That's it. We've seen that logo and that's it.
I like that they mentioned Dread because that really gives Metroid momentum. That is essential, good vibes momentum coming off of Dread. Keep it going.
I just hope Metroid sells more.
Yeah.
It never sells as much as I want it to, but especially with some Switch games that just sell Switch Sports or whatever, just I'm like a 6, just gangbusters. These games just sell Nintendo sells so many copies of games, more than anybody.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's Metroid just struggling. It's whoa, please. Sadly, that's been the story of Metroid's life pretty much the whole time. But hopefully,
the biggest underdog.
The biggest underdog.
It's the most popular underdog.
Yeah, I would say so.
So huge brand, but always fight. Always struggling.
Always.
Hey, it's better off than F-Zero right now, though.
Yeah, I would say so too. Absolutely, I'd say so. Poor F-Zero is just struggling big
F-Zero
time.
needs to rent out space in Mario Kart.
But the thing is, Mario Kart's filling that space. Yeah. But nothing's really filling the Metroid space from Nintendo. There's indies, of course, that fill those spaces, thank God. But it's not Nintendo.
Yeah.
Sadly. I don't know. Now I'm just so curious about the new the new Nintendo hardware.
This year, it's a totally new year. Endless possibilities now.
Yeah.
As the brand new year opens.
Because we're in the brand new year. There's gonna be directs. There's gonna be state of plays. There's gonna be probably something from Microsoft.
Because I was thinking how hard out so many studios were, probably in November, December. I mean, hell, even Druckmann, like, months ago, was like, yeah, no new info till next year.
Yep.
So, like, so many studios just are like, all right, we're going dark this year. We're done.
Now
But
people are
now
like,
there's
back to
lights,
work.
dude. The lights are on everywhere.
Now it's like, yo, now we need to talk about next year.
Yeah.
Or this year now.
Yeah.
It's like, we got Spider-Man randomly. They're like, hey, it's coming out in fall. You're like, what? Okay.
You know what?
Okay. And there's like rumors of Redfall coming out in May. So,
Sign me up.
and I think Starfield's still scheduled for like the first half this year, I think. But who knows? Things could change. And
First
yeah,
half of this year?
yeah, which seems weird
No
and out of
way.
nowhere, but
No way.
To me, that seems like a fall game.
Yeah. That's
But-
November because they need every month they get. Like,
Yeah.
whatever year that comes out, it's November.
Yeah, I would think so, but who knows? You never know. I don't know. But I would put my money more on that side. But yeah, and just like, we're so ready for new Nintendo hardware, especially you and me. I mean, we've been ready forever. I'm ready. Been ready. We're waiting for games.
My hardware's busted.
Yeah, yours is busted. Hopefully Zelda's good.
Yeah.
I assume it'll be good. You know, it's Zelda, but
No question. It'll be a
we
10.
have, with Zelda, we have the 10 out of 10 expectations as always.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
Anything less than a 10 is a disappointment.
Yeah, it's fucking disappointing.
Yeah, Zelda, dude.
That's going to do it for us. Just a little chiller. We're back at work, Frame Trap now. Hopefully we'll have Damiani back next time to be the jolly coast he is.
Cody's coming up.
Cody's coming up, yeah. We're going to be busy, for sure.
Dead Space coming up.
Dead Space is coming up, yeah, from this very shortly. Lots of games coming
Imminent.
up. One Piece, baby.
One Piece.
Odyssey?
I hope it is like I honestly hope it's the best anime game of all time.
Yeah, like to
I
me,
want that to be on the back of the box.
off the top of my head, the best anime game of all time is Dragon Ball FighterZ. But I hope it's like, yo, Dragon Ball FighterZ and One Piece Odyssey.
I really like
Kakarot?
Kakarot's cool, but I
Naruto?
really like that Naruto game, dude.
The Xbox one?
Yeah, from Ubisoft.
Rise of a Ninja? Is that what
Rise
it
of the
is?
Ninja,
And there's
dude.
Broken
and
Bond.
Broken Bond.
Well, I wonder how those hold up, but we haven't played them in a long
I
time.
wonder.
Yeah.
'Cause I
I
like-
the second one.
With an anime game, Brad, I like running around the space.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be on Namek. I want to be in Konoha.
Yeah.
So, like, with Fighters, dude, Fighters is a 10 out of 10, but it's like,
Yeah.
you're locked here, you know?
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, this is like really capturing Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it does.
Well, you got Kakarot. You know, you got your sevens in there.
Yeah, and we had Tenkaichi back in the day
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Dude, Dragon Ball is good games.
Yeah, Dragon Ball has some pretty good games. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it. We'll see you all next time. Take care.